Good morning, Alistair here. Hi everybody and welcome to another daily challenge. And your task today, if you choose to accept it, is to write and create a quiz. Now this is something that I like doing a lot. It's a great way to keep yourself and then other people entertained when your quiz is finished. It's fun to take part in, it's fun to write, and you can even learn a lot while you are creating your quiz. So it's a great activity to get stuck into. Okay, I'm going to start you off with a quiz question just to get things going. I'm going to show you a little visual prompt just because I've been desperate to get my rocket in one of these videos. Okay, that's a Saturn V moon rocket made out of Lego, and that is to introduce the following question. So, how many people have walked on the moon? This is a multiple choice question. Is it A, 2? Is it B, none? Is it C, 12? Or is it D, 47? Have a little think. How many people have walked on the moon? Is it A, 2? Is it B, none at all? Is it C, 12? Or is it D, 47? What do you think? Well, the correct answer was C, 12. NASA sent 6 of those rockets to the moon in the late 60s and early 1970s. Six managed to successfully reach the moon, and each time a rocket or a mission reached the moon, 2 astronauts went down to the surface of the moon and 1 stayed in orbit around the moon. So 6 times 2 is 12. 12 people in total have walked on the moon. Well done if you got it right. Okay, so what do you need to think about when you are writing your quiz? Okay, well, the first thing you need to decide is your subject matter. Will your quiz be about something that you already know a little bit about, you're already a bit of an expert on, or will you take it as an opportunity to find out loads and loads of new things and then ask your questions on that stuff? So it could be a quiz about space, it could be a quiz about musical instruments, it could be a quiz about horses, it could be a quiz about breakfast cereals. It's entirely up to you what you choose to base it on. And it might just be a general quiz where you pull in questions from all sorts of different places, or just general knowledge. So there's a real variety in the questions that you ask. Another thing that works quite well in your quiz is you can excuse me, have themed rounds. So you may have a flags round, you may have a music round, you may have a famous people round, you may have a space round, up to you. One thing you'll probably need to do when you're deciding on your questions is a little bit of research. So this might involve just being sure of your facts, looking up some interesting facts that you can base questions on, or even if you get stuck, Googling something like quiz questions for kids and just borrowing questions that are already out there for your quiz. No problem with that at all. Okay, so when you're writing your quiz, you've decided what you want your questions to be about. you have some choices about what type of question you can ask. So the one that we asked at the beginning of the challenge about the moon landings was a multiple choice question. That's quite a nice type of question because it means everybody can answer every question just by having a guess, even if they don't know it. You've got to be quite clever about the options you choose because you've got to try and make them believable so you can possibly trick people into giving you the wrong answer. You can go with true or false questions, really nice, particularly if you're going to have younger players in your quiz. So I could have said 12 people have been to the moon, true or false, and then people would have just been able to have a good guess at that even if they weren't sure at all. Picture questions are another fantastic thing to include in your quiz. So here's an example. if I show you that flag, which unfortunately I think might come through upside down, you could just say, what country is this the flag of? Or you could use your picture question to do a multiple choice. So is this the flag of A, Sweden, B, Spain, C, France, or D, Australia? And then people could answer the question. Or you could do a true or false based on your picture question. So it could be, this is the Australian flag, true or false. Okay, so it is in fact the Spanish flag. Well done if you figured that out. But a picture question is definitely something you can do. Number questions are also fun. So you take the idea of something that has an answer which is a number, like, for example, how many different countries are there in the world? And then people have to guess at that. So you could have it where the closest one is the winner, or again you could do multiple choice. I don't actually have the answer to that. I haven't done my research, but maybe somebody can find out for us. I think it's in the 200s, 260 or something like that, countries in the world. So I don't know. I'm not sure if I would have got that one if that had come up on a quiz that I was doing. Okay, so all those different decisions to make. What's your subject? What will your questions be? How will you style your questions? And then you get to the point where you can think about actually holding your quiz. And this is where the fun is, really, because you're providing entertainment for people, which is fantastic, and everybody enjoys doing a quiz. It makes sense, obviously, if you wrote the quiz that you are the quiz master. So that would be kind of fun to deliver these questions and welcome everybody to your quiz. You can hold your quiz maybe just for one other person that wasn't around when you were making it. You could even better, get other members of your family, or even invite people from your family or your friends to a video call and set them that quiz. Just say we're gonna do a quiz and invite them along. And I think that's the sort of thing that people would love to do. We would also absolutely love to see any of your questions or your quiz in Twinkle Home Educators Facebook group, as always. And don't forget, because you're the quiz master, your decision is final about whether people have got the right answer or not, or who is the closest. Don't let them argue with you. And you might even decide that you can find a prize or a certificate or some sort of badge of honor for the winner of your quiz. So hope you have lots of fun making and designing that quiz, and I'll see you again on another daily challenge soon. Thanks and bye.